Yo, I don't even have a guest coming on until 11:30, but I'm just sitting here talking in the comments anyway. Yeah, Middleton was the man last night, and to the dude, I forget who said it before, was saying the Bucks got robbed. He's probably talking about the calls at the end, because the Pacers definitely got a couple fortunate calls. Not blaming the loss on the refs or anything, but there was definitely 2 or 3 calls at the end there that went the Pacers' way for sure. Yeah, I mean, happy to see you on here. I was literally just sitting here talking in the comments, so why not just click go live? Was Halliburton really one for 12? I don't know. I felt like the safer move in that game was just take the under in Cleveland, Orlando. It's gone under 2 of the first 3, and the one that it went over only went over because of some bullshit at the end. Like, it shouldn't even have gone over. So I felt the under was the safest move there. I kind of want to bet Cleveland, if I'm being honest, if I'm being forced to pick a side, but... No, NBA first and then MLB. I don't know if we're doing NHL. So, yeah. 74% of teams that win Game 3 win the series. I believe the stat you're referring to, and I might be wrong on this. This is off the top of my head, but I believe the stat you're referring to is 74% of the time or something like that. When the series is tied 1-1, the winner of Game 3 goes on to win. I wouldn't say 74% of teams that win games there, but I don't know. But I believe there's something when the series is tied 1-1, the winner of Game 3 goes on to win it a lot and takes a 2-1 lead. Not just right now. So he said Suns must be cooking your bankroll right about now. Not just right now, bro. All fucking season. The Suns have been killing me all year, man. I don't even get that series. Which team is the better three-point shooting team? The Cavs are a better three-point shooting team. They weren't the other night, but they are overall. Yeah, he says, as a Cavs fan, I don't know how to read this game. Group has yet to be competitive in a playoff road game in 2 years. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's why the under has to be the play there, right? I mean, all 3 games should have went under. The only reason the last one went over is because they scored 9 points in the last minute of a 30-point blowout. It shouldn't have gone over. So I don't see how you don't just take the under rather than trying to figure out which offense is actually going to be competent. I mean, chances are they're both going to be incompetent. Who's going to be in the NBA Finals? I don't know, man. Knicks. That's who. No, it is 11:30. T-Wheels. Doesn't start for another 7th here. I'll put the countdown up. I was just sitting here in the comments, like, chatting with people. So I was like, I might as well click go live rather than just sit there talking and typing. There you go. I don't even know what guests we're getting on today. Pretty sure ChrisBeCappinn's coming. You ever been to Vegas? Yes, I was in Vegas for the NFL draft. What was that, last April? 2 Aprils ago? Wolves are going to go the distance. I don't know. I'm undecided on whether or not Minnesota's that good or the Suns are just the ultimate choke artists. Because, I mean, the Suns are missing a ton of wide open shots. I mean, Bradley Beal missing wide open jump shots. Devin Booker can't hang on to the basketball. Devin Booker just dropping the ball mid-dribble. So, as good as Minnesota looks, I think a lot of it is also Phoenix choking. Did you use any Vegas sports books? Yeah, I stayed at MGM in the Signature Tower, and I spent like pretty much the whole time in MG at the book at MGM. Nate Collison, Orlando 30-12 at home, 18-25 on the road. Yeah, yes. The thing is, they started out, a lot of that home success was October, November, December. They started out, they were like a crazy start at home. So if you just look at the last couple of months, it's not nearly as crazy as that. Do I agree that Spencer Rattler will be better than Caleb Williams? Man, I don't really delve into those kind of conversations because the NFL draft has so much like bullshit on social media. I'm a college football freak. Like, I watch more college football than anyone I know, and I have no idea how to predict who's going to be a good pro. I thought Anthony Richardson sucked, and he actually looked pretty good with the Colts. So I don't like just like speculating. Most of what I do is based on fact and data. So I don't like speculating but I would say no. Caleb Williams was very impressive. I feel like a lot of people don't like him because he paints his nails or whatever. I personally don't care about shit like that. Caleb Williams will suck. He's soft and can't read an NFL caliber defense. You think Spencer Rattler can? I mean, Spencer Rattler was struggling at times, bro. The Mets ruined my parlay yesterday. Bro, stop placing parlays. No, I know. I know you were talking about Caleb Williams. But the reason Caleb Williams was brought up was someone asked if Spencer Rattler was going to be a better pro than Caleb Williams. So when you responded and said Caleb Williams can't read an NFL caliber defense, I thought you were implying that Spencer Rattler could. It's Magic Johnson night in Orlando. I mean, it's hard to argue with Penny. He said Penix will be the best quarterback out of the draft. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. He was impressive. But what's wrong with parlays? Oh, bro, how much time do you have? So, all right. So when you place a single bet minus 110, the implied probability of you winning is 50%, right? It's even money. You bet one side, you got a 50% chance of winning. You get paid out 90.9%. That's even odds. That's the sportsbook's taking a vig, you're winning. When every single leg you add to make it a parlay, the implied probability gets worse, and you're getting less of a payout. So say you place a 4-leg parlay, and your payout's like what? Like plus 380, let's say, just for example's sake. You should be getting plus 520, but you'll never know because you're not going to sit there and calculate it out to make sure you're getting a fair price. You'll just place it. Plus 380 sounds good. So every leg you add to a parlay, they're robbing you. He goes, I love parlays. Yeah, I mean, they're fun, but the math behind them is awful. There's a reason professional bettors aren't putting parlays out. I'll say that. Yeah. Wild House Inc. Yeah, I have here, I'll show you. That's a good question. No, you know what, Wild House Inc., I'm glad you asked that. Bro, I built this whole results page on the website, right? So everyone can track every single bet anyone who works for me makes. And I thought it was like, I spent a lot of time building it. So like auto updates and all this shit. You know how many hits that gets a day? Like 4. My website gets like 4,000 hits a day. That page, like 3 or 4. No one gives a shit. So I appreciate you asking, honestly. It's like I thought I was going to be like, yo, I'll be the most transparent guy in the industry. No one else like on the website, you can see every bet I placed the last 3 years on there. Like no one else is doing that. Like no, it'll separate myself as being transparent. No one looks at it. No one gives a shit. All right, hold on. And I don't mean that in any sort of negative way. I'm not saying like, oh, you should care. It's not even. I was just saying it's crazy. Okay, so here's what my results page looks like. So I enter here, and then it auto calculates the units. Lets me know who I faded, and then tracks everything here. And then the reason I have is so I could keep track of which teams I'm winning on, which teams I'm winning, what teams I'm winning on, what teams I'm losing on, what teams I'm winning when I fade, what teams I'm losing when I fade, stuff like that. What is the most you won in a day? I mean, not as much as you would think. Dude, I'm a very responsible conservative bettor. Like, I mean, I bet $200 games. You can see in the Discord, I share my slips. I bet $200 games, and I'm, not to be a dick, I do well financially. Like, that's not a crazy bet. When I make those videos saying you should use 1 or 2% units when betting, I actually do that. I know everyone, like, will like watch that and be like, yeah, and then just not do it at all. I actually stick to that. Appreciate it, man. The Discord's on the right on the website, KyleKirms.com. It's right on the homepage. It's $30 a month, 1 a day. See. Yeah, dude, I was really proud of that spreadsheet, and then I found a way. Here, I'll show you this too. Actually, this is cool that you're interested in this because usually no one cares about the results, which is the most important part. If you're like looking to follow a new handicapper, it's like investing in a stock. Wouldn't the first thing you do is go check and see that the line graph and see how the stock is done? Like, how do you not? It's crazy. I thought I was like so innovative by being like the only one in the industry that'll show like 3 years of results, and no one cares at all. Not saying that in a complaining way, just like funny. All right. Beaver's MLB bet Saturday. Here you go, Prop Beaver. I'll see you. Let's share it. Let's share your bets. Let's see what this clown posted. George Kirby over 16.5 outs at -120. But anyway, results. So I built it. So those sheets I just showed you before, those big spreadsheets, are linked to this. So when you go and enter in bets for the day, this auto changes on the website. So yeah, I was proud of it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. I feel like when you watch somebody, they should be losing at times. Like right now, if you've been following my NBA, I'm down in the playoffs, and which is completely like the best in the world have losing weeks, even losing months. Like it happens. You can do everything correctly and have the best handicapping process ever, and still have a losing month. It's unavoidable. I have to take a quick piss. Be right back. All right. Send ChrisBeCappinn the invite link. We're starting in 5 minutes. Yeah, and you know what? Another thing, okay, so this is a perfect example. You ready for this? So when I say the best handicappers in the world hit it about 57% long term, this is how I want you to visualize it. See, let's take, I'm going to compare it to a sport. Let's use let's use NBA. Screw it. So Joel Embiid, let's say, averaged 34 points a game this year. So someone who watched the NBA this year may say the best NBA scorers in the league averaged 34 points a night. And yes, they did for this year, but then next year he might average 30. Year after that, 29, then 31. So if I say the best scorers in the NBA average about 29 a night long term, that's what I mean. And so you'll see somebody win the circa competition at 62%, right? For the season, they went 62%. So in turn, you have people that are like, oh shit, the best in the world hit at 62%. Well, that guy or girl the next year might go 54%. So what I'm saying is the best in the world hit at about 57% long term. 62% is like an unbelievable season, but that's not retainable. If that made sense to anybody. When you first started this, did you have a full-time job? I had two. I was loading trucks at UPS from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I was doing freelance video editing, which is why my videos look like this, because that's my background. Oh, don't bring up Kimbrel, bro. I actually bet Oh, actually, no, I didn't bet it that heavy. I had $150 on it. That Braves Orioles money line parlay, but I thought that was good money. Like, I really like that play. Sustainable. My bad. Yo, it's early. Am I a UFC fan? I enjoy watching it if I'm with friends or out somewhere. But I really have a hard time with the broadcast. They run it dangerously similar to WWF wrestling, which not hating on if you're into it. But I'm not a fan of the fake beef thing. I don't really get it. Like people be like, "Oh, to sell the fight, they have to pretend to hate each other." And it's like, do you guys are only watching this to like see people like, it's not a real fight. It's a sport. If there was a real fight, they would meet on the street somewhere with lead pipes. Like, it's not the fake beef part. I never really understood. So the UFC the last few years started marketing themselves like that. And you know what the breaking point for me was in UFC? So I was watching a card, right? This about a year ago, and at the time we didn't have the Discord. We had a Twitter group chat, and so those of you that were in it will remember this. So we were watching a UFC card, and I hadn't been watching UFC, but I was like, guys, let's gamble. I'm in, and I was tailing someone's picks, and I'm watching the UFC like broadcast, the pay-per-view, and the guy comes on the screen, and you probably know who it is. He's got red hair. His name's like Feldner. He's like a former fighter, and now he's an analyst. He's an MMA analyst for them, and I actually like him. But his analysis for the fight, like they played the music, like dun-dun, and that's when he gives his thing, where usually he's like, he's going to try to take it to the ground, and this guy's got to try to protect himself, defend the takedown. That's what he's supposed to say in that segment, right? His analysis on the fight. During that segment, his analysis of the fight was the Twitter exchange between the two fighters. He was like, on January 9th, he said on Twitter, the belt is mine. On January 11th, he responded. That was his analysis of the fight, was the Twitter exchange. And I was like, yeah, this is just not for me. So ChrisBeCappinn is not answering. So let's go. All right, let's get it started. I didn't mean to insult UFC if you're a fan, by the way. So if you're listening to that, like, I'm not trying to hate on. I really hate doing shows by myself because I hear him in my ear. They were bashing you. They're like, Chris has no drive. He goes, I got a little drive. And I'm pretty sure you already did a show early this morning, right?
Yeah, I did a show this morning too.
So yesterday, you're a travel agent. Now it looks like you're about to commit a crime with that skull
Hey,
cap
you know
on.
what? You know what crime we committing today, Kyle? We robbing the bookies. That's what we doing today. So it's all black everything. I got a mask on. I'm pulling my shirt up, all that.
All
and
right.
I'm not promoting violence. I'm just against the bookies. That's all.
Just against the bookies. All right. So, do you want to talk Phoenix Suns ball?
Absolutely not.
It's disgusting. All right. So,
I got a question for you on that, though, Kyle. We don't have to talk about it now, but what is going on with the? I mean, I know we're the same age, Kyle. Like we're very close in age. What is going on with our generation? Like Steph, Draymond, Clay, LeBron gonna be home tonight. KD.
It's a new era, man. Honestly,
Jesus.
It's a good thing because that era, Durant, Steph, LeBron, cool era. Really enjoyed it, but like it's been a while. Like I'm ready.
That's true.
I'm ready for a new era. I'm ready to see some new faces. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. So the first game's Cleveland at Orlando, and I've been live for 30 minutes just kind of bullshitting, and so they kind of already know how I'm feeling. But so you know how I'm feeling. The way I'm feeling about this, rather than try and pick and choose, try to guess which offense is going to have their shots falling and which isn't, I went under 201.5. The truth is, this series should be 3-0 to the under, or 0-3 to the under, I should say. Game 3 only went over because of those bullshit shots at the end of the game. I mean, dude launched they were down 38 points. Dude launches a meaningless 3 with 17 seconds left to go. Like, that shouldn't have gone over. I mean, I'm not like complaining, but I'm saying in terms
I'll complain for you, Kyle.
I'm saying in terms of placing this bet and looking back at how this series has gone, the truth is we should be looking at 3 straight unders. So tell me why I shouldn't go right back to the under, and I did. This is what I bet this game. I already bet it. If I had to choose a side, I think Cleveland gets them. You know what? I'll put it up on the screen. Didn't bet this, though. Hold on 1 sec. Let me get picks up. But yeah, I didn't bet this, but if I had to pick a side, I'd go here. But I don't want anyone to hear this and be like, Cleveland's a lock, because it's not even like that. The fact is, trying to pick a side, I had myself going back and forth too many times. And if I'm back and forth between sides when I'm looking at numbers too many times and I'm confident on the under, why would I even screw it? I'm taking the under. So I bet the under. Probably would take Cleveland if I bet a side. Maybe someone in the Discord or Chris could talk me into it. But as of right now, it's the under with a lean on Cleveland.
So I took it the other way, Kyle. I took Orlando. I laid the 2 here.
Not the over,
for Orlando. Well, not the over. No. You actually, I mean, I hadn't even thought about the total, but I mean, we were both on the under in the last game. And I mean, the handicap is very, very similar. Orlando had a 134.4 offensive rating in game 3. That's definitely not happening again. So I can understand that. And I do think it's going to be some regression here. I just think that they win the game, Kyle. So when I was looking into it, I should have just played. I was scared because they looked so bad in game 1 and 2 in Cleveland. And, I didn't play it, and, it was a smackdown. But this Orlando team finished 22-4 straight up and 20-6 against the spread as home favorites this season. Remember, they were the best ATS team. They going back to the end of the regular season, they won 5 in a row here. And to me, it's both sides, Kyle. It's Cleveland too. As road dogs this season, they were 8-14 straight up. They lost their last 7 in a row as a road dog as well. Same spot that they find themselves in here. And it's their offense. 7 of the last 8 games as road dogs, they've gone under their team total. But what is Orlando wanting to do, Kyle? They want to play defense. That's all they want to do, and get a whole bunch of rebounds. They dominated the rebounded, in game 3. And I can see, even though Cleveland is a good rebounding team, I can see them continuing to play with that fight here. Cleveland shot 16.7% from the 3-point line, so I think they improved there. I think Orlando doesn't shoot as good, but I do still think that they win. So real quick, I wanted to mention this as well, Kyle. So Orlando, in their 22 wins as home favorites this season, they finished 20-2 against the spread. So they played, what's that, 22 games, they covered 20 of the spreads. That's 90%. And you really just asked them to win the game here. They were plus 18 in point differential if they were a home favorite and won the game. Whereas the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road, they finished just 2-12 against the spread when they lost as road dogs with a minus 16 in point differential. So that says that the game may not even be that close. I don't think it'll be as bad as it was in the last one, but it was the reason why I played Orlando minus the 2 versus the money line. I do think that they win. I think Cleveland plays a lot better in this game, but I think Orlando gets the win and they go back to Cleveland 2-2.
I do like what you brought up about Cleveland's offensive numbers on the road, just staying under their team total. And that's period, let alone on the road in Orlando, should be even worse. So definitely, after hearing that stat specifically, probably won't be betting Cleveland. But still, I like the under better than Orlando, or better than a side.
I'm riding with you, Cal. I'm going to add the under 2. We just go right back to it. I'm with you.
Someone said, Sauce, I ain't trust you, dude. Last time you said Cav and Orlando under, not going with it. I'm betting over. Like, dude, it lost with a meaningless 3 with 17 seconds. Like, it's a bad beat, bro. I mean, hey, bet the over, man. Do what you want to do. But,
do what you want to
that was an under game to the maximum, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the next game, and I think the next one is the one I'm pissed about. Ooh, let's switch it to 2 people. Oh, I forget. You know what? I told Skee I was going to send him a link. So let's send him. I doubt he's up, but you never know. Maybe he's.
Yeah, send it to him. Send it to him.
I told him I was going to send him a link. All right. I sent him it. We'll see. But anyway, this is the game that's got me. I guess I'll say scratching my head a little bit, because I mean, how do you not bet Oklahoma City, and it's so. Let me get the poll running first. It's so square. I would imagine everyone is betting Oklahoma City. Not that I'm saying that necessarily means we should bail on it or anything like that, but it's definitely a little bit worrisome because I can promise you sportsbooks are not in the business of giving out free money. That's not how they build casinos. So I did bet Oklahoma City. I'm not letting that feeling scare me off the bet, but I'd be lying if I said I'm sitting here completely confident with this ticket. In my opinion, the game one that finished 94-92 in Oklahoma City, that was a little bit of Oklahoma City. One young team in the playoffs, maybe a little bit of stage fright, a little bit. The defense was there, though. So I'm putting more weight into game two than game one. And game two, there was no question. Oklahoma City is much better than this team without Zion Williamson. I don't think it's really even close. And I know the Pelicans defense has been official without Zion Williamson. With him, without him, they have a great defense. And at home, game three, I expect the defense to be there. But essentially asking them to win the game when on the offensive end, the gap between these two teams is huge. It's huge. And there's no way. There's no way. So maybe I'm the squarest dude on planet Earth, and maybe I'll feel like a moron like I did watching the second half of that Suns game. But I bet Oklahoma City. I put a full unit on it. I got the money line at -115. I think it's up to 1.5 now. So you probably can't get a -115 money line. You probably get like a -122 somewhere in there. But yeah, I got the Thunder on the money line. I'm the squarest dude alive today. Couldn't help it.
So, Cal, this is one that we do agree on here. It's difficult, man. I think, I tried to find every possible way to look at the Pelicans here. Home team coming back home, but they're not even a favorite. Remember, we've been talking about, teams that favorite, they typically play well if your name isn't the Lakers or, the Suns. But this does not bode well, I don't think, for the Pelicans here. I tried to think about ways, Cal, that they could win the game. So I think it has to be like a big offensive rebounding game for Valanciunas. Like that's one of the only ways they've been able to score the basketball is like second chance points, right? And I think that without Zion being there, now you put Lou Dort, he's glued to Brandon Ingram. Like they pretty much wearing the same jersey. And I don't think that that's going to change. So then you're just relying on three-point shooting. OKC's been the best three-point defense, last few weeks. This was the thing that held me up, Cal, is that, and somebody, shout out to whoever pointed this out in the chat in my show earlier today as well. The Pelicans the Thunder, Cal, have not played a road game since the 7th of the month. So they've been home for remember, like they finished the regular season like with 6 straight home games, and we know that they've been a much better home team. Home team than road team. They went 38-5 straight up at home, right behind Boston as the best team in the league. And just 24-17 straight up. But you're really just asking them to win the game, Kyle. I know it's a rookie team. I mean, not a rookie team, but a super young team on the road here. I just don't see how the Pels generate enough offense, Kyle. 86.3 points per possession. Per 100 possessions, I'm sorry, which is 18th out of the 20 teams that played either play in or play off. So I think OKC can lock them up defensively again from the 3-point line without Zion there. I think it's a major advantage. Also, got to point this out: the OKC went to New Orleans twice this season. They won both games. Like they're 2-0 already in New Orleans, so they play well here. And I looked at the Pels as home dogs without Zion. That only happened twice. They lost both of those games as well. So I didn't bet it, Cal, but I mean, I'm only there with you in this one. If they lose this game, I'll be heavy on them in game 4. And if they win this game, I'll be an idiot. So best of luck to you. I think you're on the right side.
Yeah, trust me. When I started looking at this game last night and I look at the line, the first thing I thought is, okay, I want to bet New Orleans. But I mean, if I can't find a path there, if I can't find at least one or two angles I like for New Orleans, then I can't do it. And yeah, there is truth to what he's saying about Valanciunas. That Valanciunas could be a matchup problem. And if Valanciunas goes absolutely ballistic, maybe. But that's not enough for me to bet him. It may be a +5.5. Maybe a +5.5 I could get there and take him. But essentially to win the game. I couldn't do it, and maybe I'm gonna feel like a moron. But I'm on the Thunder, and I this isn't a lean. I bet this. Let's go, Oklahoma City. Said, scares me that both of you guys said the same thing about the Magic last night. That was 2 nights ago, and I took the under in that game. I didn't take the Cavs.
Yeah, I didn't take the Cavs either.
Yeah, that was
we both took the under.
Yeah, neither of us took the Cavs. But we might. I guess what he's saying is we might have made comments like that about Orlando, which was fair. I mean, they were shooting 33% as a team. How could you not? All right. Let's go with Boston, Miami, and I mean, pretty simple. He plus 9.5. Didn't have a choice. Couldn't not do it. Definitely going to be a public dog, square dog. But how do you not back Spoelstra against a team that clearly he has? I mean, the Celtics have been eliminated by the Heat from the playoffs in 3 of the last 4 years. At what point are we just going to be like, dude, Spoelstra just knows how to beat this team. Spoelstra knows how to beat Tatum and Jaylen Brown. This sucks because the talent discrepancy is massive. Like, it's no question that Boston is the much better team. But at home with a coach that just always seems to have the upper hand, how do you – there's no way. I took it. This is my smallest bet, though. The reason that it's such a small bet is I was actually like frustrating looking at it because it's like you look at the matchup and you're like, I want to handicap this game. What's the point? It's Spoelstra against the Celtics and they're getting 9.5 at home. I don't have a choice. If I took Boston minus 9.5 here and this is a 1-point game in the third quarter, I'd want to blow my brains out. I'd be like, I'm a moron. So if I lose, I lose. I took the points. He didn't take the money line. And UCapper's in the chat. I'm sending him a link. I'm pretty sure he's unable to join. Let's send him a link to see if he wants to step up to the plate. See if he's built for this. All right. Chris, what are you doing?
I'm going Boston first half here, Kyle. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Expecting this team to bounce back off that abysmal home loss. And what's crazy is I told you guys, it was all of you guys versus me, and you guys wanted to lay the 14.5 the other day. And I told you, Spoelstra, after a loss, a 20-point loss, I'm not betting against them. So I do expect Boston to bounce back here. I think they'll come out focused. It's, of course, way more that goes into it than that. But the first half, Kyle, has been the most profitable, 30-11 against the spread in the first half. By far the best. Boston was a +8 in the first half this season when they were coming off a loss as a double-digit favorite. And then I think it was a couple things that kind of led me to Boston for the full game. I'm not playing Boston full game, no, Kyle, but it kind of makes sense because I was looking at home dogs getting 9 points or more in the playoffs. 17-1 against the spread in the 20 times that has happened in the Killer Sports database. So those teams do get smoked for whatever reason. If you're getting 9 points as a home dog, you typically lose by 20. I think it's a plus minus 13. Well, minus 13 in the first half. Another reason why I like Boston. But they were losing by an average of 23 points per game. I can't bet against Spoelstra either, though. Not for the full game, but I will take Boston to come out here, do what they're supposed to do early, Kyle. And I think that they've waking up in this series now. What will happen, Kyle, if in 6-7 days we're saying Boston, Miami, Game 7, no Jaylen Brown, no Jimmy Butler. At
this point, I'm almost expecting it. Now, I know that you could look at Game 2 and say, oh, there's no way Miami shoots 51% from outside again. Completely fair. You're probably right. But there's still regression for Boston's three-point shooting to get worse because they shot 37%, and that's still the second highest shooting percentage from three against the Heat in the last 16 games. So, the Heat three-point shooting is bound to lower this game, but Boston's going to get even lower too because Miami had been, the last month and a half of the season, the best three-point defense in the NBA. So I think there's room for Boston's offense to struggle even more, even if we see Miami's offense regress a little bit. And also, Bam Adebayo is on a mission right now. I mean, he looks great. Tyler Hero's coming off the game of his career. These guys, confidence is a thing. And now Miami, I believe, they might have been from the jump, but they're coming into this game 3 thinking that they're going to win, not that they're underdogs here. I think they believe they're going to win this game. So,
any look on the total, Kyle? Like what is it?
Under, I wanted to go, but it's all the way down.
Me too.
To under. Someone said the whole world's on the Heat in this game. I'm showing 78% of the tickets on Boston. But all right, so Miami plus 9.5 next game. And UCapper says no, he's with his family. Clearly he doesn't prioritize his craft. Nuggets minus 3.5. Lakers plus 3.5. All right.
You did the right thing, right, Cal?
What's the right thing, bro? What even is that?
The thing that's 11-0 in the last 11 games between the two teams.
You'll put it up for you?
I mean, I bet it as soon as it opened, Kyle. Like before the Lakers walked off the court, I went ahead and took the money line. It was minus 135. I'll go first, Kyle. They're just overmatched. Like this is not a good matchup for the Lakers. 11 straight wins now. This was something I looked into as well. Kyle. I think I said this to you, Capper. Home dogs, right? That are down 0-3. So you just lost game 3 coming back home. And you open up as a dog in game 4. 18-41 straight up, 30.5%. Says that that they lose the game. And you look at the 11 games. I go all the way back to last season because the rosters haven't changed that much, especially with the nucleus that the Denver Nuggets have with Jamal Murray, Jokic. They still got the same coach, still got the same starting 5. Nuggets are 7-3-1 against the spread, winning by an average of 8 points in the last 11 meetings. They've covered 7 of the last 8 spreads versus the Lakers. Lakers 0-2 in playoff series with LeBron James on the team. If he's in an elimination game, and they lost to Phoenix in 2021 season, and they lost last year to the Nuggets in this same exact situation. And you look at Denver since last season in elimination series, in elimination games, 4-1 straight up since the start of last season when they do have a chance to eliminate a team. And in the 3 games that they were actually road favorites since the start of last season in the postseason, they're 3-0 against the spread with a plus 12 in point differential. This is a bad matchup, Cal. They own us. I told you this the other day when you bet them, and I'm not sure what you were looking at. But if you want the Lakers, you play them early. They won every first half. When they start executing and they say, you know what, it's time for us to become daddy again, it's over. Like D'Angelo Russell sitting away from the bench. Like, I please don't tell me you about to play plus 3.5 here, Kyle. But go ahead, the floor is yours. It's your show. We gotta clip this.
God damn. So I do have a bet down. So why don't we start with the bet I have down? I bet the over. We just saw these two teams play to 217 last game. Total's at 217. Oh, it's at 218 now, I guess. I got it at 217.5 last night. The over. They played to 217 in game 3, and they shot a combined 10 of 55 from 3. They shot like 10 of 55. Quick math. What was it? 17.8%, something like that. So they shot a combined 18% from 3 and still hit 217 on the total. So, yeah, I played the over, especially expecting the outside shooting to be better. And also, if the sentence starts with if this gets out of hand and the Nuggets have a good lead in the second half and the Lakers give up on the season, if defense is usually the first thing to go. So it should help the over. So I like the over. But I'd be lying if I said I don't want to bet the Lakers right now, if I don't want to take that money line. I think maybe. All right, so I didn't bet the Lakers. I bet the over. Everyone just know that before I say what I'm about to say. I bet. I bet the over. I bet the over. But hear me out. So it's game 4. The Nuggets are now up 3-0. Mentally, the pressure is now off the Nuggets. That was the big game, game 3, because the Lakers could have still made that a series by winning that game. Then you got game 4 in LA. We're still got a series. The Nuggets just won the series. The Lakers are hearing all that 11-0 bullshit. Meanwhile, the Nuggets aren't feeling much pressure into this game. I think this would mean more to the Lakers to win, to end that 11-0 shit.
Kyle, you can't say it with a straight face. Stop it, Kyle.
I'm not going to put it up. But, like, don't between me and you guys, may have a Lakers money line bet on the side. It won't be posted on the site. It's not counted on my fucking record. But, like, I may have a few dollars on the Lakers money line personally. Just a me thing. A me thing. So, a full disclosure, that might happen. But my pick for this game and the bet that I posted on the site as my bet for this game is the over. That's how I feel.
Kyle, you think Bron and AD wanna fly all the way back to Denver just to end their season there?
I don't think they want to lose. I don't think that they want to deal with an entire offseason of that. But I mean, like, dude, people are obsessed with this. LeBron goes, it's just basketball. People have not stopped talking about it. I swear to God, LeBron could be like, yo, I have to go piss. And people will be like, LeBron's pissing. This dude just pisses in the middle of the series. Like, people are just obsessed with the guy. Like, what? It is basketball. What are you talking about? How's that bad? All right, it's time for baseball. Thanks for coming on Saturday. No thanks to you, Capper. Thanks to Chris. Thanks to you, Capper.
Thank you for having me, man. Best of luck to the chat, and best of luck to you today.
Make sure you guys give Chris a follow. That's his Twitter right there. He puts out a ton of content on YouTube. He does early morning stuff too if you're trying to get on the lines early. So thanks for coming on, Chris. Make sure you guys give him a follow.
Absolutely. Best of luck today, Kyle. I'm out.
Later. I just sent it to you, AJ. AJ Bascone is prop Beaver, by the way. The one who just called me a dick weasel in the chat. Just sent you the invite. Keep your panties in a bunch. So I just want everyone to know, that was not me saying you should bet the Lakers. That was just me. I'm a straightforward person, and that was just me being honest with you that I personally may have a few dollars on the Lakers. That's it. Well, no, not right now. Come tip off. Good morning, pal. Are you ready to talk scene?
Dude, I'm ready for anything to talk. Nothing. Yeah, anything baseball I'm ready for. Fucking.
I am beat.
Word to the wise. Word to the wise out there. Don't have kids, okay?
Tell us something we didn't already know.
Oh, my God, man. My kid gets suspended from school on a fucking Friday. Like, what are you doing?
On a Friday.
If you're going to get suspended from school, you do it on a Tuesday.
Dude, I'm supposed to take this kid to Disneyland in the Dodgers games in 2 weeks? Like, oh.
So you're not going to take him?
I don't know yet, dude. I don't know.
What do you get suspended for?
Fighting.
Dude, he fights a lot.
I know. It's an issue.
Prop Beaver fights a lot, too.
He thinks he's a tough guy.
Known fighter, me. Yep.
Known fighter. Known fighter.
And I'm, like, not a fighter in any way, shape, or form. Like.
All right. Dodgers, Blue Jays. True or false, Prop Beaver, you trust Kikuchi making a home start against the Dodgers?
I do. I really wanted to take his earned runs line under, but it's juiced to like minus 150. And like, if I was getting like minus 120, I would have definitely locked that in. Like, I think that's some pretty fair value, but like minus 150. I mean, the two additions that they added to the lineup this year, Ohtani and Teoscar Hernandez, have both sunned Kikuchi. So I don't really know about if I want to just go and lay that juice to back him in that spot. I think what I would personally lean here is the first 5 under. Like, yes, the Jays offense has been somewhat better lately, but Tyler Glasnow is locked down. He's incredible against righties. The Jays, all their key bats are righties, essentially. I know Glasnow's a bit worse on the road. I will definitely give him that. But The Jays offense just simply doesn't scare me. I mean, Gavin Stone, not a guy I highly respect, went in there and shoved yesterday. I think that Glass now could do that. And then, honestly, as long as Kikuchi, in my mind, could hold them to 3 or less, the Dodgers, then he should do well. And the last 6 lefties to face the Dodgers have had a lot of success. I mean, 3.41 ERA. They're allowing less than 0.6 home runs per 9. Yeah, I mean, Kikuchi's also looked pretty dominant over his last 4 games. He got roughed up the first start at Tampa's, looked really good those last 4 games, 2.41 xFIP. That would be the way I go here, but not exactly in love with this game. I would have liked that at a 4 juiced. I mean, a 4.5 juiced at 4. It's like, eh.
Someone said they took Toast Suns over suspended days this year.
Oh, come on.
Well, he's at 3 right now, so hopefully you got 2.5 because that was 3.5 was juiced like crazy.
I want to go here, Toast. Kikuchi lefty at home against the Dodgers lineup that doesn't hit lefties. This is where I want to be. I didn't bet it, obviously. I'm saying this is where I would like to be on Toronto money line.
What if I told you the last 3 going back to 2021, the last 3 times that Tyler Glasnow has faced his Toronto Blue Jays, he's went 15 in the 3rd innings. He's given up 18 hits and 14 runs. Would that sway your mind anymore to bet the Toronto Blue Jays?
Then how are we not doing it?
That is something, but
Blue Jays first 5?
The Blue Jays are pissed.
No, I'm playing the Dodgers still, but I just want to help you down. If you wanted to play the if you wanted to play the Blue Jays, there's that for you. But
so you're what? Dodgers -1.5?
Yeah, I'll be on Dodgers -1.5. I understand, well aware that there are issues with left-handed pitching. I'm well aware of that. But the fact of the matter is they are still 7-3 on the year versus left-handed pitching. So I don't really put too much stock into that. And we all know when the Dodgers win, they win by 2 or more. Not to mention the fact that the Dodgers have a full bullpen now. It's all rested and ready to go because they didn't have to use anybody, and then absolute shutout yesterday, or in the blowout yesterday. Oh, and Toronto used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arms in their bullpen yesterday. So they didn't use their setup man or closer. I don't think they're going to have a lead. So we're going to see a whole bunch of Dodgers bats. Depending on how long Coochie goes, we're going to get Dodger bats that have already seen pieces from that Toronto bullpen. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep on betting the Dodgers.
I think you're wrong there. I wrote Blue Jays. Blue Jays money line and first 5 money line are on my watch list.
Wow, I mean, I will say Tyler Glasnow has, I mean, he's always stunk against the Blue Jays. It's not just the last 3 starts. I mean, his 9 appearances against them, 6.86 ERA. Yeah, I don't know.
How do you not look the Jays there?
Well, the Jays used to have respect. They used to have class, but now they have John Schneider as a manager who's an utter moron, and the team sucks. So there's that.
So you're saying you could manage the team better than John Schneider?
I think I could.
You're wrong.
I think there's a lot of managers I couldn't. I think John Schneider is one of the rare exceptions. I go toe-to-toe. The guy's an idiot.
And to be honest, I just don't. And I'm not even like talking shit. Like I just don't feel like it's the same Toronto lineup. Like look at the lineup. The last 4 guys in that lineup. I love Schneider, but he's not a guy that really scares me, especially against a righty. So Schneider, Biggio, Clement, Berger. I mean, like that. It's really, really hard for me to be worried about that lineup.
Toast, I think you're fumbling the bag here. I think you're looking at beautiful plus 120 money line in the face, and you're
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's a no
coming off a 10 run loss. It's perfect.
Yeah, the Dodgers give people 10-run losses all the
cool.
time.
Plus 140 would be beautiful.
Maybe you should like 2.5 then.
All right, 1.5 good.
Toast, you got Hunter Green making a road start in Arlington. Texas bats, as we know, haven't really been the same the last few weeks. I kind of like the Reds.
I'm on the over in the game in Texas, over 9. Hunter Green, yeah, I'm on the over for me. Don't trust Michael Lorenzen in any way, shape, or form. I understand that he looked really good against Atlanta. 6 innings on the road, to start on the road, going 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. Like I think that's a really, really solid start. And then on the other side, Hunter Green on the road against this Texas lineup. I just feel like these lineups are capable of scoring runs, especially inside in a ballpark like Texas. You had a 2-1 game yesterday. I don't trust either one of these bullpens really either. So I think that the reason that this number is 9 is for a reason. So yeah, I played over.
Did he drop in any way, shape, or form? I missed it. Someone said
I did.
it. Nice. think they're counting. Prop Beaver, red spot?
No. I mean, actually, I will say I do think Hunter Green pitches well here. But I don't really love this game. I don't like either offense. What I would go with is either an under, or I would go with Michael Lorenzen under 4.5 hits allowed at plus 130. I would just keep riding the trend with the Reds not being able to hit a baseball at this point. I mean, Jesus Christ, they are now 30th in average against righties on the road this season. And while I'm not the biggest Michael Lorenzen guy either, sometimes guys just get lucky, and Lorenzen's having some awesome BABIP luck right now. He's only given up 3 and 3 hits in his 2 starts thus far. On top of that, he's having major command issues, 5 and 3 walks in those starts. And that's what just cashed us with Eovaldi last night. The dude had some command issues. He was walking guys left and right, but guess what? He limited those hits. We cashed our number. I believe we cashed another one recently like that as well. So I like targeting these guys hits under allowed that have command issues. They're going to work the count. They're going deeper into counts. They're going less further into games. So yeah, plus 130. I mean, why not just run it back? This system that continues to pay out. Righties against the Reds, take the hits allowed under plus 130. Why not? It's not one of my favorite plays. It's not like a set play of mine. It's just I'm giving something out on the show.
I'm not going to take the Reds, by the way. Those bats, I can't rely on the lineup right now.
They suck.
They suck, but there's a reason that total's at 9. I'm just pointing it out.
To be fair, Toast, they have had the Texas total near 9.5, like the past 4 or 5 days. A lot of people I respect have been betting the overs in those games, and they're getting cooked on a daily basis. So I don't know.
Now we get to Oakland, Baltimore with Cole Irvin pitching. What do we know about Oakland? They don't win a ton of games, but they do win in bunches when they right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, Oakland will go like 3-16 in a 19-game span and win all 3 games in a row. And if you look back to last season as well, their wins are all in little 2-3 groups. It's like loss, win, win, loss, win. So Oakland's record, the way we found this out, we didn't like notice it. Oakland actually has a decent record off of a win the last 2 years. I'm not saying let's bet Oakland. I'm just saying they won yesterday. Something to bring up.
Yeah. Some genius had a feeling that would happen. I don't know who it was. Probably Handsome. That's all I got to say. So for this game, I don't know. The tough thing with this one is, right, we have to, if we're looking at it, what have I said? The past 2 years, the Orioles at home against lefties, they absolutely stink, right? They're 25th compared to 5th on the road. In the day, it gets even worse. They go to 30th. With that being said, though, they have destroyed the last 4 lefties they faced. And even if you want to say they didn't destroy Tyler Anderson, technically, they brought in Jose Suarez, another lefty, directly after him, and they murdered him. So I don't know if I could possibly fade the Orioles against a lefty right now. I don't know if I could do it, even though I do really like what JP Sears is doing. He looks impressive right now. In terms of leaning aside, I would probably go with the A's first 5 money line because there's no Mason Miller tonight. I think my bet that I'm going to go here, and this may go on my ticket, I go with the A's first 5 team total over 1.5. Very small sample size we got here with Cole Irvin, but 22 plate appearances for the A's. They got a 1.155 OPS against them, a 400 average, 3 doubles, a home run, 8 hits. He pitched against them last year at home, and what did he do? He allowed 5 hits and 6 runs through 4 innings. Very good, Mr. Cole Irvin. Now, Irvin did get rocked in back-to-back starts to begin the year. He looked a bit better his last 2 starts, but the A's are doing much better against lefties right now than they are doing against righties, and a lot of the runs that they're scoring are coming in the beginning of the games. They just faced Cortez, Rodon, Allen, and Matt. Those guys were allowing 2 home runs per 9, and Irvin's a guy who allows a lot of hard contact. I just think that if you're getting a lineup to go over 1.5 runs against Cole Irvin through the first 5, a lineup that we think is actually has a chance of winning this game today, then you take that. So that'd be my lean here.
I don't dislike that bet, honestly. I don't like doing the first 5 team total overs, first 5 team total totals, not because I don't think there's value in them or anything. I just don't find them that fun. But I do agree with everything you said there. Toast?
Yeah, I got nothing on this one. I have no interest in betting this game.
So Baltimore not free, Oakland not selling.
Was I right on Detroit or on Atlanta or no?
Yeah, Cleveland was selling and Atlanta was free.
Big sell job.
So
Can we talk Mets baseball? By the way, 65% of our viewers said they like the O's in that one. You got Cardinals minus 130. Go ahead.
well, I was dumb yesterday.
Jose Buto was Jose Brutal yesterday. My fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's your boy too. People were talking shit about him.
That's Andy's boy. I do like him though. But I said yesterday on the show, what was my concern? Why didn't I get to the window? The command. Dude walked, I think 4 people, hit another guy.
Toast, do you like
and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's the main concern here again today. So yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals first 5 money line. I'm hoping I could still get this at minus 135. I plan on locking it in right after we're done here. But yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from Sonny Gray thus far. I know he hasn't faced the greatest competition, but he has been
someone's at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay. He's looked excellent thus far. 104 ERA, 176 xFIP. Hasn't allowed a home run. The command's been crazy. A 35K to BB percentage, 2.5 barrel rate. You get the point. The dude's been fantastic right now. And while I thought that Mets, I guess that little 8-run performance against the Giants to close out that series was kind of signs of life or a bit of resurgence, I don't think so, because if you look at the last 8 righties to face the Mets, I mean, they have a 1.95 ERA, 0.7 home runs per 9, 1.22 whip. And you could say, well, these guys are high talent arms, like the Glasnows of the world, like the Logan Webbs of the world. But Sonny Gray is excellent. He looks great this year. He was really fantastic last year. I mean, Sonny Gray, I feel, belongs in that conversation, and facing this Mets lineup that's struggling right now, I think he could have a really good start here, maybe hold him to 1, even blank him through the first 5. On the other side, we got Hauser, and he struggled against St. Louis lately. Last 4 starts against them, 5.4 ERA, 1.47 whip, 1.47 home run per 9. He has been significantly better at home, which is one thing I will give him. But he also faced significantly easier opponents. He saw Detroit and Pittsburgh at home compared to the Dodgers and Atlanta on the road. The consistent issue for Hauser in both spots has been the command. 15.6% walk rate, negative 2.2% K to BB percentage. And the Cardinals offense began the year not drawing any walks, but over the last 2 weeks, they're 5th in walk rate against righties. And over the last 7 days, they're 2nd in walk rate against righties. Command was what kept me off Budo yesterday. He walked 5 guys and he got hit hard. I think the same thing's going to happen to Hauser today, because not only does he have poor command similar to Budo, he doesn't have the stuff to get his way out of those jams. He's not going to be able to strike those guys out. So I think the Cards could get at least 2 across here. I think all the values on the Cardinals through the first 5 here.
I missed that analysis, but I'm assuming it was some nonsense about fading the Mets that I didn't hear.
It was about the Cards first 5, but the number that he wants is way gone. So
it was a waste of time.
So, huh?
It was a waste of time then.
So I don't like your snarky. I don't like your fucking snarkiness on that one.
No, I was going to tell you, and everything's 150 now. So, okay, yeah, I don't have a bet in this game. The Mets fucking suck.
Are you guys kidding? Mets up?
No, dude, the Mets do stink right now. Cool. They're cooked.
It reminds me of when they were 0-5, and I was the only one saying, guys, it's 5 games. Guys are drawing conclusions from small sample sizes like fucking rookies. Mets up.
Dude, I've
you
lost
can get minus 135 on Hard Rock.
Money with the Mets 3 of the last 4 days. What am I supposed to do?
You got to know how to play him.
Money into the fucking slot machine and see if it pumps out.
You got to know how to play him.
And stink right now.
No, it wasn't Jehovah's Witness, by the way. It was the guy. I'm getting a sub pump put in my basement, which is information I didn't need to share. But I thought he was coming this afternoon. He's here now. I told him to chill for 15. All right.
Let me chill.
Let's move on to the next game because Toast is too scared to play it.
I don't have very many bets today. I'm gun shy today.
What a coward. Get yourself a watch list. Get yourself a watch list, Toast.
I can't be as cool as you and sit back and let everybody else do the work and then just pick and choose what I like.
Oh, my bad. If you notice all the things you see on the screen, it's Saturday. I'm here by myself.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. If I could do what you were doing and make the money you were doing, I'd do it too.
It doesn't suck.
Ain't no mad at you. I ain't mad at you. That doesn't change the fact that I don't have any bets for today.
It's all right. Some people are scared.
I'm not scared.
I'm not one of these. Nats at Miami. Cabrera looks
not game 1 of the series, so who knows what we can do with this one.
Cabrera has looked pretty good.
He has, I will say. The command's been much better than what I was expecting from him thus far.
So you trust his command?
Do I trust his command?
That's probably
that's
his
a hard
favorite
question.
word in baseball season is command.
Because command, to be completely honest, Kyle, because command is everything. You can have all the
Command
good
is
reasons for a
king.
bet in the world. If you bet on a guy who doesn't have command that day, your bet's absolutely fucked. So you could just throw that out the window. Yeah, and this one, see, the thing is, I really wanted to get to the Marlins here, but I just got priced out simply. Like, if I was getting the Marlins at about minus 120, I would definitely be on them here because right now the Nats are stinking it up against righties. This team cannot hit right-handed pitching at all yesterday. Even Maldonado didn't even look that bad yesterday against them. And then on the other side, you got Mitchell Parker, who... Yes, he looked fantastic his first two starts. He looked good against the Dodgers, who have been struggling against lefties. He looked good against the Astros, who are fantastic against lefties. But this is baseball. It's one of those weird sports. This is the spot where he goes in, he faces the 30th ranked offense against lefties, and he allows 4 runs. This Marlins offense has definitely improved lately against lefties. We've seen them, I think, score 3+ runs over the against the last 3 or 4 lefties they faced, besides Max Fried, who shut them the hell down. But he owns the Marlins, so I'm going to throw that one to the side there. I think the move here is the Marlins. The problem is minus 140s. Mario, watch your mouth, dude. What the hell is that?
I don't think Mario realizes how much of an insult. Beaver takes command very seriously.
My command's awesome. It's just my home run per 9 is pissed.
Oh, shit. So Marlins are past then? That's what I gathered from what you said.
Marlins are past, yeah.
I don't know shit about Mitchell Parker. Neither
do I. I know that he looked really good both of his first 2 starts.
He sounds like a character from Spider-Man, like their third uncle.
Mitchell Parker!
Toast, do you have anything in this ugly-ass series?
No. CJ Abrams over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's what I'll play in this game to continue to ride the streak. I have no interest in playing this game. I don't know what. It would be
Makes
Nats or
sense.
pass.
You would actually lean Nats?
Yeah, I don't. I don't understand why in any world I would lay juice with the Miami Marlins. I mean, Mitchell Parker looked good against the Dodgers. He looked fantastic against the Astros. Everybody in the Washington bullpen's ready to go. No one's worked. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'd lay it with the Marlins, especially with those pie charts.
Yeah, and I remember, I don't know about last year because wasn't Cabrera hurt?
Marlins own the Nationals.
Wasn't Cabrera hurt for a lot of last year? When did Cabrera make his
last year or the year before?
When did Cabrera make his MLB debut? It was 2022, right?
It was the first year he made his MLB debut in 2021.
There was one year where he was pitching really well, and I was like, yo, Cabrera's the man, and I trusted him and backed him, and I took 3 or 4 straight L's. So this dude has the ability to fold. So I honestly would lean Washington too. I would lean Washington too. Oh, I put Marlins up for Toast. He said Washington or pass. My bad. So I would do it the same way. Washington or pass. I'm going to put Nats on my watch list, but I'm going to put it probably not. Okay.
I mean, unless Cabrera just has a fantastic game, but I mean, Miami used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arms in the bullpen yesterday, so they might be available, but they ain't gonna be fresh.
They ain't gonna be fresh. All right, Cubs, Red Sox. The team that really let me down yesterday. I liked that Red Sox pick. I lost a full unit on the Red Sox yesterday. Luckily,
they were never in the game, so we didn't have to watch. That helps.
See, well, that's a problem. Y'all faded Goda. It's like when you fade a guy whose name is literally Goda.
It's not his name.
Literally.
That's what
every single play that I was on. Yeah.
No, Mariners.
Sweet
the Vamps, bro.
That shit was gold.
That was awesome. So you got Ben Brown making a road start in Fenway. I mean, again, I want to lean towards Boston, but I don't know if I'm doing that shit again.
Why do you want to lean towards Boston?
Because Ben Brown sucks making a road start in Fenway.
What do you know about Ben Brown, though? Don't you have a team start sample size?
What? I thought he started out fucking super hot. Am I missing something?
Exactly.
But you don't trust him. But he's never even pitched at home. He's only pitched on the road.
Right, and he threw a fucking gem in the Arizona game when I had the D-backs, and
he looked good against San Diego too. I don't know if I just want to fade this guy.
Right.
That's
you guys are making my point for me. 2 good starts, and we're gonna make this kid a road favorite in Fenway. I call bullshit.
Well, I think the Red Sox stink.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think it's
This
him.
team
I think it's the
stinks at
fact
home.
that the Red
All right, so
Sox
you guys like the
wet paper bag to save their life.
You guys like the Cubs then?
The Cubs are past for me.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have any bad lefty-righty splits either. Yeah, I'll take the Cubs. Honestly, what I also want to look at, oh shit, Winkowski's at home. Yes, I'm gonna look at Pete Crow Armstrong over bases, or over hits, runs, RBIs. Cade was awful when he first came up last year. All of a sudden, he comes up this year, home run, then an RBI single, first time up at bat yesterday. I just feel like we're gonna catch some value here, like that little Outman of last year where you catch him
That was the
coming up.
luckiest shit ever yesterday, Beaver.
Listen, if you don't know ball, you don't know ball. I don't know what to tell
clearly.
you. Pete Go Armstrong obviously is making plays out there. He's going to make another today because Josh Winkowski is pissed, and he's even more pissed at home. So give me the Cubs or pass.
I think you guys are on the wrong side of that one.
I don't think you know Winkowski. If you think we're like underrating or overrating Ben Brown, I don't think you know how bad Winkowski is at home. This dude should not be an MLB starter.
He's got experience. He's a gamer.
I'm happy for Lowbrow.
Red Sox bats bounce back tonight. I'd also lean over 8.5.
They've shown a lot of fight at home.
Red
this year.
Sox ready for this? Red Sox win 7-3. Next up, Houston on the road. The total for this game's at 16.5, guys.
Yeah, it's at the place in Mexico that they did the Giants Padres series last year.
All right, so over.
I mean, at this point, you take the Rockies or pass. I mean, the Astros are pissed. The Rockies are plus money. Take the Astros. I mean, take the Rockies or pass. That's it. That's the cap.
Rockies.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's no way in hell that you could lay with the Astros.
Shit, man. I mean,
how can you do it? Like, how can you make a
no? I
reasonable
mean,
case?
like, I get it, but the Rockies. I'm not even. I refuse to put it up under my face. But like, I don't disagree with them. I just refuse to have it. I don't want anyone screenshotting it. So I don't want to be seen publicly with the Rockies beneath me. But yeah, I guess Rockies are pass. I don't even want to talk about this game, to be honest. This weird ass stadium. It's like 16 miles above sea level.
Well, it just sucks that it's not like it'd be different if there was 2 like decent offenses that you could watch guys hit some home runs or something. But
Royals at Tigers.
Wow.
Another awesome game.
Yay.
This one isn't bad.
Yeah, no, it's solid.
What are you talking about? It's a division rivalry. You got Singer versus Mize. I think this is a good game.
Well, every game is a division rivalry to you, so let's just make sure that's clear.
Is this not a division rivalry?
Like I said, every game in the division is a rivalry game to you. So no, I personally do not see Tigers.
Kyle, I agree with that census though. If you're in the division, that's a rivalry.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, you guys play. They play.
Then
18
what's the
times
point
a
of
year.
having a rivalry if everybody has one?
Everyone has rivals. Every single sports team has rivals.
Okay.
More
Or else
often,
the sports teams would be truly trash. It'd be an unmemorable sports team. They should
You
be
can
out of
have
the league. if
one
they don't have a
rival, not 5.
yeah, I disagree.
I like a fearsome 5.
The Mets are rivals with the Braves, the Phillies, the Marlins. Like they're all our
Yankees.
rivals. The Nats. Like we hate them all. I can assure you. I mean, the Astros definitely hate the Mariners, the Rangers. Like, you definitely your rivals are your division opponents. I mean, I understand. I understand how some divisions they haven't been together. They haven't been a division for very long. So, like, maybe teams that, like, have only been in a division together for, like, 6 years haven't really... But there's going to be... As soon as they get 1 year where they're racing for the division together, they become rivals forever.
So, for instance, like the Miami and Washington. Miami is, like, 17-4 the last 3 years against Washington. Are they rivals, or...
I don't really know.
Got a big rivalry when they come together since they're in the division?
I don't really know, like, the culture there. I could tell you that the Mets are rivals with the Nats and Marlins as a Mets fan. Yeah, but like I wouldn't know. I don't know many Nats fans.
Wherever they are, God bless them.
I mean, if you asked a Detroit Tigers fan, are the Royals your rivals? I bet you they would say, yeah. Like, fuck them. They're in our division. Like, I don't know.
Fuck them.
Who do you like?
Bastards.
A rival's
If
one.
you ask
Okay,
the
he said.
Tigers who their rival is. 90. If you're a true Tigers fan, they would say the White Sox.
Okay, what if you asked
That's
an
who their
Astro?
rival.
What if you say an Astros fan? Who's their rival?
The Astros.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They would say the Rangers, the Angels, the Mariners. Those are their rivals.
One could say the
they're
Yankees are a rival too.
confused.
All right, back to betting. Who gives a shit about the rival talk?
Give a pick then.
All right, yeah, I'm going with back to the Tigers here. I don't know whether I'd be going back to the first 5 or to the full game, but I'd be going back to the Tigers. Pretty much the same reasoning as yesterday. I mean, that game was 1-0 headed into the top of the 9th. And then I forget who it was. Tyler Holton came on the mound and had a mental breakdown. That's the only reason that game was 8-0. That was a very close, competitive game. The Tigers simply sucked. Seth Lugo, I don't think the Tigers were able to comprehend the fact that Lugo had 8 different pitches he could throw, and this is just not a lot. I should have known. Like 8 pitches, Tigers, they can't handle that. This is a much simpler challenge against Brady Singer, who definitely has been good this year. But what have I said about Brady Singer before? You fade him on the road against the AL Central. You don't ask questions. You make money. His last 3 starts at Detroit, 6.60 ERA, has really struggled there lately. Simply put, I mean, before yesterday's shit show, the Tigers lineup was actually performing pretty on par with KC. Now we're catching them at home. We're catching KC on the road, where they've been one of the worst offenses against righties thus far. Yeah, that'd be the way I lean. Do I know if I get there? I don't know, because it's kind of just a coin flip, honestly. This feels like a true 50-50 game. I don't know if there's an edge, but that's where I would lean here. Tigers money line or first 5 money line?
I mean, that's the side I want to be on, so I'll put that up for me. I would love to back Casey. I'm a big Casey Mize fan, but Singer's also pretty good. So I'm not like jumping at the chance to bet this. So I'll put it up for me, but unless Toast makes a compelling argument for the Tigers.
I got a full unit on the Tigers.
Oh shit, for real.
So, like Beaver said, this Royals team, fantastic at home, 12-5 at home, but just 5-5 on the road. And to be honest, the fact that they are 5-5 after that win yesterday, I feel like they got very, very lucky. This team is still not scoring runs. If you take away that 8 from yesterday, it's 2-3, 3-0. I mean, they got a couple 7s and 9s in there against Baltimore randomly, but this team is really not scoring a whole bunch of runs. And if you take a look at the Tigers, yes, they had 0 yesterday, but before that, 5, 4, 7, 6. 3, 5, 7, 4, 4. This team is scoring runs. Beaver's given us a little bit of a cheat code with Singer in the division, not to mention, like he already mentioned, the last 2 times that he's seen the Tigers, 10 and 2/3 innings, 14 hits, 10 runs, 5 walks, only 5 strikeouts. So he's not pitching well against the Tigers. You know, me and Sauce love us some Casey Mize anyway. So yeah, I'm all over the Tigers here. I think that this price tells us a lot.
I agree. I agree with the price statement, because after that yesterday and the fact that we're still favored here with Brady Singer, who looks like an all-star thus far, yeah.
So how many rivals does a sports team have? 60% of the people said 2 or more. 40% said just 1.
Okay. Ben Brown.
No, someone said you should poll it, so I polled it. I mean, if you wanted to... Okay, who's the Knicks rival? The Sixers? You're going to try to tell me that the Celtics are not the Knicks rivals? You're crazy. Of course they are. So are the Nets.
I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, any Knicks fan will be like, "Who are you?" If you ask any Knicks fan, who are your rivals? It'll be like Sixers, Celtics, Nets. Like, we hate them all.
Okay, and I'm dead serious. Who's the Celtics rival then?
The Knicks, Sixers, probably the Nets.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would think Lakers. That's why
I mean, maybe Lakers too.
But they're in the West. That's why I was curious.
Right. No, Lakers would probably be described as a Celtics rival, but the Knicks and Celtics is serious shit. Celtics and Sixers, serious shit. So that's why, like, there's no way you can say a team has one rival. No, I can understand if you're saying not just because a team's in the division doesn't mean they're rivals. Okay.
I'm fair with that.
Even though I think you tend to hate your teams in the division.
I will agree with that. I feel like you can have a rival, but I just need competition in that rivalry. I need, like, if you're winning 80% of the time, like, I don't really,
All right. So Rays at White Sox.
All three of us are stupid. Why did we not bet the White Sox?
We all said the White Sox are past yesterday. It was literally free. This Rays team is pissed. They're rock bottom.
And they're laying minus 240 again.
Cannon's so well, I don't know how much worse can Cannon be than Chris Flexen. How much worse than Cannon be than Flexen? And if anything, Savali has to be slightly worse than Eflin, right?
There's no question about that. It's They're not.
The White Sox bats are actually showing improvement. Like they did get a Pablo. They did get 3 runs off of Joe Ryan. Like they're getting runs off of people. And then yesterday, like I don't know, maybe
take a
like
look
do
at
we bet it?
Take a look at the White Sox last 7 games. The bats are starting to heat up. 9 runs, 3, 3, 5. They got blanked, and then 2, then 5 again. So I mean, again, this is all in context. They suck, but they're starting to heat up.
I just think that the Rays are a bottom tier organization right now in their current state. I mean, the bullpen sucks. The lineup sucks. Whew. The starters, the poor starters. I mean, they got a lot of stress on them right now. And I think that's really starting to get to them. We're seeing bad starts from Eflin against shit teams like the White Sox because, dude, freaking, if he makes one mistake, the entire thing falls apart. So
I put up White Sox for all 3 of us because I assume none of us are betting the Rays, whether or not we.
Never in a million years.
We all said White Sox are past yesterday, and none of us bet it. Like,
yeah. I mean, and if for people in the comments, the Rays bullpen is good to go.
It
White
sucks.
Sox I know. I'm just saying this for everybody so they get it. So they're not just like, what the hell? Why are they picking the White Sox? The Rays bullpen is one of the worst, if not the worst in the league. So they are all fresh and ready, but is the worst bullpen in the league. The White Sox, they've had a few guys go. I mean, I'm not even going to name off the guys because you're not going to know who they are. I don't even know half. I don't know half of them either. I promise you. But I'm telling you right now that there's no world should the Tampa Bay Devil Rays be minus 240 favorites against a little league team, let alone the Chicago.
And everyone's still betting the Rays. Remember that guy yesterday who came in and was like,
my mind.
He was like, these guys are idiots. Bet the Rays, duh. You're gonna bet the Rays.
I forgot about that guy. What a fucking genius.
He probably had like 7 parlays with the
What
Rays
a stupid prick. I'm so glad that guy. I hope that guy's day was ruined yesterday.
Well,
all right, let's move on to a better game. Brewers, Yankees.
I had a guy message me after my first loss of the day yesterday, the Tigers. He's like, do you just like wake up in the morning and just like pick whatever you feel like? He's like, I don't even get you. I've been losing bands with you lately. First of all, up like around 3 units on the season.
Didn't you go 6-2
yesterday? Proceeded to then go 6-1 on the next 7 bets. Like people are just so I don't get it, guys. Let's relax. Like we're here to help you guys. Nobody wants you to lose money.
Or just
I don't get the hate in the industry. Let's relax, people. Transparency.
You know what sucks too is that people can't like talk shit to each other and like let it go like us. Like people get so offensive. Like
I like y'all. I want to win with y'all.
But if you have a rat shit bet, I'm gonna tell you your bet was rat shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know bowl like toast, you know, I'm gonna tell them.
Yanks.
I'm not saying I'm out of the rat shit bets. I'm saying all the time.
Yankees. Here?
Yeah. I think what I would do is I would just go back to what I played yesterday. I'd go right back to the Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5. It's at the plus 120 again. I think Joe Ross is probably like a solid arm, but is he? Like, I don't really know anything about this Joe Ross character. I didn't think he was that solid anyways. I mean, he was on the Nats, and he was never really supposed to be one of their, like, premier top arm options, at least from what I understood about him. He comes back to the majors 3 years later. He's been solid thus far, but who has he faced? I mean, he played the Twins. They've been horrible. He faced the Reds. They've been pretty brutal. He faced the Padres when they were hot, got his shit rocked. And then he faced the Pirates, who have been rock bottom and was pretty good. So he faced pretty much one good lineup, got his ass beat by them, and now faces a Yankees lineup that's really starting to heat up right now. What I said yesterday, when the Yankees lineup starts to get hot, you want to be on the trail. You want to start tailing them pretty much blindly, at least how I feel. So I feel like at plus 120, I'll just bet it again and hope they just start clocking this dude.
Someone wants to know if they should bet Wells to walk in his first at bat.
Dude, you know what happened again yesterday, though? Wells did walk, and then Grisham hit the home run. He's such a beast, Wells.
You can need a jersey, bro, or maybe like
it was with 2 outs too. It was so pivotal.
You're gonna
for
come
my
into
first
work,
5 team total over.
You're gonna come into
He's
work
such
on
a
Monday.
beast.
You're gonna come into work on Monday. I'm gonna have a Wells poster next to your desk, right on the wall.
The dude's just an animal. At the plate, you can't strike him out. He refuses to go down.
So, but the sentence that got me from Prop Beaver was, if the Yankees are about to heat up, you might as well gobble up these prices before they're out of control. So the only way I would go is Yankees money line here, minus 135. Toes?
Minus 135? I thought it was like 115.
I mean, these graphics were made about an hour and a half ago now. May have moved.
Yeah, you could get minus 110 for the Yankees.
Maybe these graphics are right. Andy did them, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just making sure.
Point.
I wasn't trying to. There wasn't a shot at Andy in any way.
I'm gonna check if there's line movement though, because if so, I mean that's pretty dramatic.
It's minus
right
116, minus 112, minus 110. But hold on. I would almost guarantee that the line was here at some point. Andy wouldn't have just done that for no reason.
I thought so too. I thought Rodon was at least minus. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, line opened around minus 140. Now it's down to here. Yeesh.
So at last night it was minus 135. Yeah, I'm passing on this shit. It's up 25 cents.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
I wasn't even gonna write it down on my watch list anyway. It was the Yankees or I'll still put up Yankees because it's not like I would take the Brewers, but I'm not betting it.
The Yankees price did drop yesterday though, and they hit the team total over, so maybe I still play that.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm not worried about it. I'm playing the Yankees team total over 4.5 again.
Yeah.
I know Beaver likes his first fives. I like my full games, especially with the road team getting my full
Yankees
9.
First 5 money line graphic is this?
I think that's just what I told Andy to make just in case.
Oh, okay. So you have Yankees team total over 4.5.
Yeah. So again, the only thing I can add to what Beaver has really said too is that the fact that the Milwaukee bullpen, you're going to have Piamps and McGill ready to go because they did have the day off. But again, they're still working 2 out of the last 3 days. And then Milner, Peguero, Hudson, Coing spent 2 of the last 3 days. All those guys the Yankees just saw. So there's 2 lefties out or 3 lefties out of those guys, which isn't great. But still, it's the Yankees versus a righty. And he, like Beaver just talked about, I don't really know what to expect from Joe Ross, but I know that we can't expect to see what he's been doing so far. I mean, Minnesota is really not a good hitting team. I mean, the Padres got to him, and that's a righty. The Padres don't get to anybody like that. Cincinnati can't really hit out of a wet paper bag, and the Pirates are really bad too. So I think Beaver hit the nail on the head yesterday. If this Yankees team is starting to heat up, these team total prices and stuff are just way too cheap. So to get 4.5 at plus 100 with a full 9 at bats, I'll take my chances.
Someone said, I feel like the watch list is worse than the maybe list. Well, I don't.
Let's not talk about that.
I think it's better.
You should have just took the playlist like I gave to you.
What the one guy thought? He's like, what about the super saucy list?
Super saucy list.
Super saucy.
That was Wags, dude.
Make sure you put it on the run line.
No, that was my boy Wags that said that. That's crazy.
It was Wags. It was Wags.
That's crazy.
It's like, you should make it the mega saucy list. No, Wags. I shouldn't.
No.
All right. Cleveland on the road in Atlanta. Well, the Braves were free yesterday, as Toast said. I'm a Tanner Bybee.
Cleveland team total.
Any reason to trust Tanner Bybee here? I like Tanner.
Yeah, I do. I would trust him. I don't know if I get to the window bet in Cleveland, but what do I always say? I don't trust Charlie Morton in the middle of the day on a Saturday in April or May. I trust Charlie Morton in the middle of the day in October. So Charlie Morton's a little bit up and down so far this year to start the year. He looked really good against the White Sox. Who doesn't? And then his next 2 starts, the Mets and Marlins, get absolutely throttled. And then he comes back with a home start against Texas where he went pretty decent, 6 innings, 2 hits. He's been fine. Look, Cleveland hits lefties a little bit better, but I think I'm going to be on Cleveland here today.
Let's do it, man. I want to do it.
I'm at a point now where I think that the Cleveland bats are still a little bit undervalued. Yesterday, what did I say I didn't like about Cleveland? They didn't have their bullpen arms, and they actually didn't even play bad yesterday. They started getting a little bit of a rally in the 9th that ended up does it matter? But now they have all their fresh bullpen arms. They didn't use anybody yesterday. And Tanner Bybee has been pretty damn good. Now, again, if I'm going to make the competition argument with Charlie Morton, I got to make it with Bybee too. Oakland, Boston, the White Sox, Minnesota, Oakland again. So again, not the strongest competition, but I do like the bats that Tanner Bybee has. I would actually argue that the Cleveland bats are pretty equal to Atlanta right now in their current state. So if you're going to give me a big plus price with this Guardians team, with a starter that I trust to a point and a bullpen that I don't love, but they're fresh, I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I think I'm down with that. I think I'm gonna bet that. By the way, here's your proof right here. He just came back and said it again. He doubled down, Prop Beaver. Your boy.
Jesus
Talk to your boy.
Wags. Come on. Can't be doubling down on the softy left.
Cleveland up. Prop Beaver, do it.
Yeah. It has to be Cleveland or pass, even though I must say, I mean, I feel like every time I fade Charlie Morton with the saying in mind, like, oh, well, he's 40. He's got to crack sometime. It's a Wednesday. Who gives a shit? He, like, goes out and deals. And it makes no sense. I don't get it. Like, when is he going to crack? Is this dude that good? I mean,
no, he sucks.
One thing I will say, Charlie Morton is absolute stinky poo-boo dog shit against lefties. And we got a hell a lot of those in the Guardians lineup. So, yeah, I'll go in with you guys there. It'll probably make my ticket, honestly. Big plus money dog. I like those on the ticket. We got the bullpen, so...
I forgot that. The only righty in that Cleveland lineup will be their center fielder, Tyler Freeman. Everybody else is going to be hitting from the left-hand side.
Oh, then, dude, how do you not play the Guardians?
That's what I meant. I had that written down, too, and I forgot.
Morton. I might do hits allowed, honestly, for Morton. Wow, I got to take a deeper look at that game, honestly.
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland.
I was rushing. I was behind the 8 ball today.
At plus 155, plus 160, I'm in. I'm taking a shot. Go big or go home, they say. Right, Prop Beaver?
On some for real type shit.
Bet 155 or 160 on PointsBet.
Phillies came through for you, Toast.
Yes, they did. Needed that. I needed them and the Mariners. I had a lot of money on them and the Mariners. Too much. Wife was pissed.
So having not looked at this game, don't know the bullpen situations or anything, but now you got a lefty pitching against the Padres and you got Cease pitching at home. This is where we go to the other side and take the Friars. Am I right?
I don't know, man. Look, I'm waiting. I don't know. This is really hard for me. Here's. I really want to take the Friars. Here's why. Has Ranger Suarez been fantastic this year? Absolutely, no question about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts. He's given up 5 runs in 5 starts. His first start against Atlanta went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. The issue with Ranger here is now we talk about that competition. After the Atlanta start, the Nationals, the Pirates, the Rockies, the Reds. None of those teams really scare me. Definitely not against left-handed pitching like compared to the Padres. Dylan Cease on the other side, same type of situation. Hasn't really played anybody that really scares me. I mean, Milwaukee, he looked really good against Milwaukee. But again, the Giants a few times, Colorado once, the Cubs once. I mean, again, not a whole bunch of teams that really scare me at the plate. As far as bullpen wises go, San Diego, 100% good to go. I don't have anything to worry about. And then the same thing goes with the Phillies. I'm pretty sure, unless I wrote it down wrong, let me double check that. But yeah, nobody went in the Phillies bullpen yesterday either. Yeah. I actually think it's the Phillies, man. I don't know. I just don't trust this Padres team right now. I haven't bet this game. But the Phillies absolutely own this Padres team. They just absolutely throttle us. They're like 7-3 their last 10 against us. And they've scored 8, 6, 9, 7, 8, 9, 5, 9 against us. So yeah, I'm probably going to be leaning towards the Phillies.
Nope. Padres. I'm putting this on the watch list.
It's pretty crazy how you're both wrong. Go with the over here.
Well, one of us has to be right, though.
Just take the over 7.5.
Well, we can't both be wrong.
Nope, you will both be wrong. I'll tell you why. It'll be a tie, but it'll be over. A tragic event will happen. They'll have to postpone the game, and it will go over the total.
Then we won't lose, though. Just talk, yo.
Was the first 5 3.5? I'll be on the
Toast
first
was,
5.
Toast was saying it. Not much in terms of competition for either of these pitchers thus far. I mean, Ranger Suarez has faced Cincy. Okay, nothing special. Rockies, pitiful. Pittsburgh against lefties has severely slowed down. He faced the Nats before they were hitting lefties, and then he faced Atlanta, his only good team he faced. He allowed 3 runs through 5 innings. So that is something right there for Ranger. And then on the other side, we got Cease, who also hasn't really faced great competition lately. Padres. Where do you want to back the Padres against lefties? If it's at home, I guess it's slightly worse, but still, you want to back them against lefties. On the other side, where do you want to back the Phillies? Right now, it's against righties. I mean, they are absolutely murdering right-handed pitching. Toast just mentioned that this team can't stop putting up runs against the Padres. And then on top of that, have you seen the Phillies bullpen? It's a pile of piss. So I think with all those factors together, we put that together and we get at least an 8-run game here. I believe it's plus 100 too.
It is.
I haven't checked. That's the scary thing. Yes, I haven't checked if it's that public yet. If it's like a super public over, maybe I'll eat my words here. But just looking at the game right now, that's the way I would lean.
Like the over. Toast on the Phillies. I'm on the Padres. So difference of opinions in that one. Poll is all over the Phillies. 64% to 19%. So everyone's betting the Phillies here. Whoops.
I still might bet the Padres. I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out.
I
yet.
just put a Phillies graphic up for you.
I know. I'm just saying. I haven't decided yet.
Guys cooked.
No, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
So next game up is Pirates Giants.
Where Toast says, I told you to bet the Giants. You didn't listen.
I mean, dude, the Giants.
You didn't listen, did you?
The Pirates. Pirates was the play last night.
Kyle Harrison was the play last night, baby.
Giants covered the run line, bro. Pirates weren't the play.
Okay, did you not watch the game? Because I did.
No, I watched
Kyle
it. Patty
Harrison
Barrels.
was the play, baby.
Are you guys being serious? The Giants had 3 hits with no runs going into the 9th inning.
Right, but the Pirates bullpen is dog piss, which is exactly what I thought, and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. Winner.
Listen, I had the sharp call of the century in that game yesterday, so whatever. I'm
What do you
modest.
guys like in this, yo?
I'm modest. No. Okay. What do I like in this game? Tosh, you go first.
I'm going right back to the Giants on the run line.
On the run line.
Giants minus 1.5. Look, I'm just going to continue to keep on fading this Pittsburgh team until they give me a reason not to. They're really having a hard time scoring runs right now. We just saw that yesterday. I actually really like Jordan Hicks. I understand he had a little bit of a hiccup in Miami and I understand that the walks are starting to become an issue, but I don't think I have to worry about that with this Pittsburgh team. I understand that the Giants lineup isn't really bad, but they're starting to kind of heat up a little bit. Not to mention it's a lefty on the mound with Martin Perez, who I don't trust at all. I think the Giants roll here tonight.
Last night was the one that bet the Pirates, not this one. I'll put Giants up. I won't be betting it at minus 150 though. But again, it's against a right-handed pitcher. That's when I think it's a sneaky spot to fade the Giants. Not against a lefty, and not against a lefty like Perez, who I don't even like. So yeah, it'd be Giants in some way. Maybe a Giants team total over, because that's at 7.5. You probably can get like a very fairly priced 4. So yeah, maybe Giants team total over if I was forced to bet this game.
And if we're being dead honest, Kyle was on the right side yesterday. I got very, very lucky.
Thank you.
But my K prop was goated. So congratulations,
gives a
Kyle.
shit about
Congratulations
your
on your wrong bet that didn't win. Congratulations.
And you can get the Giants team total at 3.5.
3.5.
Minus 130.
Yeah, so the only I agree with everything that Toast said. I personally would probably do the first 5 run line here. The only thing that's kind of sketching me out, they got Jordan Hicks earned runs line at 2.5.
You just told me yesterday not to pay attention to that, and now you're trying to scare me with
it. Then I did it. But then I did Rhea, and then I did Rhea because it was his.
I hate you.
But no, I'm trying to refine my sharp vision. See, right. Rhea, the guy was under his last at 9 and 10. Like for them to set it like that was sketchy as hell.
All right.
Hicks is under all 4 starts this year. Actually, all 5 starts this year. He's under most of his career starts. And DraftKings only has it juiced minus 125 to the under. Now, I will say Caesars, sharpest book, minus 148 to the under. I just thought we'd be catching a 1.5 because, I mean, I would think the books are paying attention to how the Pirates offense is doing. It literally can't put up a run. So, I don't know. Maybe the books think that after that Freddie Peralta shit, the regression's about to swing their way here. I have no clue.
Well, hold on.
Because personally,
Can I offer some thoughts?
Yeah, for real.
Do you not want to hear them?
Yeah,
I do because I'm very curious.
Maybe
I had an actual question.
you got the Giants making a home game here with Hicks on the mound. Duvall threw 18 yesterday. Rogers threw 17. Walker threw 33. Maybe they are expecting the Giants to not want to use their bullpen, and maybe the reason for the run line is they're expecting Hicks to throw 7 innings.
Outs lines at 15.5 juiced, minus 150 to the under. I don't know.
Or maybe that's not a possibility.
I don't know.
Maybe they're just asleep at the wheel, bro.
Maybe I'm just a weirdo.
Honestly, I don't even care. If you take a look, but even if all that's true, if they're worried about it, the Pittsburgh bullpen's terrible. We just saw Bender give it up. Chapman's worked back-to-back days. Stratton's worked 2 of the last 3. So that's your top 3 arms in the bullpen. I pray to God they send Bender's ass out there again. So yeah, I'm really not.
I'm changing my pick because I actually I don't know if I'll actually bet this, but I'm putting it on the watch list. The Giants team total at 3.5. They're better against lefties. Perez is not even a good lefty. They just saw the Pirates bet the best arms the Pirates bullpen has to offer. They just saw them last night. So I just can't see the Giants being held to under 3.5 here. So yeah, I'm adding this to the watch list. Giants
you can't see it? I can see a lot of ways.
Take the team total under. Put your money up.
Put your funny up.
Let's move on to the next game. Because Prop Beaver was just talking about all kinds of lines, didn't even give a pick. Didn't even give a pick. I don't even have a graphic under the screen. And I was like, did I mess up? And I was like, oh, no. He said a bunch of bullshit and didn't say anything.
Lucky us.
A Blues in it here.
This is the game that
Twins
killed me
Angels.
last night. I thought I was so sharp on the Angels last night. I was like, oh, man, this is going to be an easy winner.
Prop Beaver's sitting there like every single thing we say. He's like, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I'm like, dude, what's your pick? Oh, I don't have one.
I'm going to pass.
Then mute yourself, please.
Dude, the Discord
tired.
The Discord was so pissed off at Prop Beaver yesterday because he was like,
why?
Because he screwed up the juju for the Orioles because they all had him in fucking moneyline parlays and Prop Beaver with his fucking
sorry, I'm fucking goated. I'm sorry, I'm goated.
It was hilarious. I was dying laughing.
Twins on the road in LA here. Don't you guys like? One of you guys likes Paddock, or is that Kamish?
That's Mr. Toasty over there.
Toast,
my guy.
You like your boy here plus money?
You goddamn right I do. Look at everybody bend the Angels like idiots. Come on, what are we doing here? It's Chris Paddock, the padlock.
Didn't we bet the Angels yesterday?
It's the padlock.
That's
crazy.
Okay. This guy can't be touched, okay? One bad start against Baltimore and the world ends, okay? But besides that, he went in, pitched, okay, did, in all honesty, pitched pretty decently against Milwaukee, who's a pretty damn good lineup, especially against righties. He doesn't really go deep into the game, but he did the same thing against the LA Dodgers, where he went 4 2/3, gave up 6 hits, only 2 runs. He got lit up by Baltimore, then he came back and threw a 7-inning gem against the White Sox, and the 7 innings told me a lot. 7 innings, no walks, 10 strikeouts. The fact that he can go 7 with that arm, the way it's been, is really good to me. I understand that the Twins aren't really a very good team, but they are 6-4 their last 10, so they are starting to play better. Even though those wins were against the White Sox, that's got to mean something. And then Jose Soriano, solid to start the year. There's no question about that. I mean, not great, but solid. But he's faced the Rays twice in Cincinnati. Again, the Twins lineup isn't anything special, but they're just as good as them. We're getting plus money with everybody on the other side. Twins have everybody in their bullpen that I would want rested and ready to go. Jack, Stewart, Okert, none of those guys worked yesterday. I'm more than willing to take my chances here with the Twins at plus money.
Books don't even have it at plus money anymore, so they're scared. They don't want to give it out at plus money anymore. The cheapest price you get is minus 102 on FanDuel.
That's fine.
Not gonna lose my cool.
I don't like that, but I'm not gonna bet the Angels either. Prop Beaver, what do you think about a possible under in this one?
It's tough. I just feel like Soriano. I don't know enough about him. I know he. Really
I know he's pitching
sucked.
the Twins against the Twins.
I do know that. That's a pretty good start. I know that Soriano's really good against lefties. He stinks against righties. I've been trying to pull up the Twins roster to see how many lefties or righties will be in the lineup, but Fangraphs.
How many do you want,
right
lefties
now.
or righties? How many do you want? What do you want? Which one do you want?
I want some lefties in that lineup today to hit him up.
Julian, Karoff, Kepler.
No, wait, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. I wanted righties. He's pretty damn good against lefties.
Okay, you wanted righties? Yeah. So Jeffers, Buxton, Santana, Martin, Farmer.
Well, no, the manager has to make the decision. You're not putting the lineup together. This is an MLB the show.
So you don't have the card.
I don't, but I can tell you what they do against right-handed pitching over 90%.
I will say, going back to last year, the dude stunk at home. So is at home here? Has been a bit more stinky. I'll trust Toast. I'll ride with Toast pick. Is it going on my ticket? No. The Twins are an embarrassment. I rode with Paddock once. That was fine. But that's about it. We had our fun.
Bet the Angels.
No, he said Twins. No. He said Twins or pass.
No, I dare you.
Try to unlock the padlock. Go ahead.
See, the padlock is such a goofy nickname that I can't even tell if he's being sarcastic with it. Like, because that would be like the name you give to like a really shitty pitcher. You know, like the padlock. Here comes the padlock.
Yeah.
It's the best you're gonna get from me. Okay, that's the best you're gonna get.
All right.
I even stole this from the NFL Network. I used to see him. Doom doom.
Mariners at night. Vamps? Do we even need to talk about it? It's Vamps.
It's always been the Vamps.
It's Mariners at night. The best team of baseball at night. Just during the day.
No, well, I want to hear what Mr. Toast has to say because he
made a noise. He made a noise.
Yeah. Is that a?
It was not on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. Man. If I did, it wasn't on any way, shape, or form.
You did this.
Guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
He said. Oh.
He's letting out a fart or something.
So like, oh. What are you doing here, Toast? You going back to the Seattle in some way?
Yeah. You got Kirby on the mound at home at night. The Vamps are out. Seattle -1.5.
I was just about to say that. I'm going to play Seattle. I'm going to play a little bit on Seattle at my. It's jumped way up now. Okay. Yeah, I'm still probably going to play a little bit on my Seattle -150-ish, and then I'll play -1.5 for a little bit as well.
It's like -165 now, dude.
Yeah, it's -150 and I'm 55 on.
Oh yeah, -155, -156. So yeah, it's -155 pretty much.
Same dip. Yeah, I was just about to say. But anyway, yeah, I don't think we have to go into it that much. I do think that Kirby bounces back here after. I mean, again, having 2 starts like that back to back for him. I know that was 4 starts ago. It just boggles my mind to see that. So I continue to think that he's going to be one of the better pitchers in this league. So against this Arizona team that really is struggling at the plate. I mean, they had that 14-run game against St. Louis. But besides that, you see a lot of 1s and 3s and 0s on there. I mean, Corbin Carroll is doing absolutely nothing. I mean, he's down to the 7th, 8th spot in the lineup. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's so bad right now. So Arizona's never seen Kirby before either. That's another thing that's just really bad. So I don't want to say I know a lot about Save Ciccone, but at the same time, I don't trust that. And Beaver's actually done a really good job of illustrating it too with the injuries. But the Arizona bullpen is just not the same bullpen that we became to know and love over the last year or so with them when they went to the playoffs and stuff like that. So I don't even really worry about that. Kevin Ginkel, Ryan Thompson, those guys aren't even very good to me. So this is a Seattle spot. On top of that, Seattle's bullpen is rested and ready to go. They didn't use any of their main arms yesterday. So Munoz, Stanek, Spears, Thornton, Saucedo, all of them rested. Thornton threw 10 pitches yesterday, but who cares? So Seattle should continue to roll here.
I like this one right here. I'm bringing it up on the screen now. This is probably what I'll do. Something along these lines. This comes from
Seattle. Might be one of the hotter teams in the league too. 8-2 their last 10.
As long as it's at night.
Yep. Well, they won in the other day too against Texas.
Probably 1-0.
4-0 or 4-2. 2 home runs.
So Mariners -1, you can get at -109. Maybe I'll consider something of that nature. Prop Beaver? I
went with Kirby over 16.5 outs. I just think this is really nice buy low spot at the number. I don't think we're also going to be getting 16.5 much this season if he cashes this, which I think he will. So, yeah, through 5 starts, 2 and 3 to the over, averaging just 15 outs, more specifically under his last 3 of 4. But the first 2 unders were when he had that rare back-to-back shitty starts against Toronto and Cleveland. And then the last under came in his first start at Coors Field. Adjusting to the altitude is a bit tough. Obviously, the pitches don't break the same, so he was having a bit tougher a time being efficient with his pitches, getting through that lineup. When I was going to find himself back at home against the D-backs lineup that, as Toast detailed, they're really struggling right now. The first 7 righties to face the D-backs, they had a 6.62 ERA, 1.53 WHIP. Things were going well for them. Last 6 righties to face them, excluding Kyle Hendricks, whose ass, 1.8 ERA, 0.91 WHIP. So they've done nothing against anybody not named Kyle Hendricks over the past 2 weeks. And let's not forget how efficient Kirby is and the fact that this dude was over 24 of 31 games last year and over 18 of 24 home games headed back to 2022. His ERA line here is at 2.5, juiced minus 150 to the under. With 2 or less ERA at home, he's 20-3 to the over in his career, averaging 19.1. I only made this a half unit bet instead of a 0.75 unit because there's no bullpen urgency, and the home plate ump is a little bit hitter friendly, but I just don't think you could pass up 16.5 with Kirby in this spot. I think this is a great spot for him, so definitely a bet for me today.
I like the spot for Kirby as well. At home against an Arizona lineup that I've never really trusted against righties. Yeah, I think Kirby deals. I would no, actually I can't say under. It's at 7.5 with Ciccone pitching. Seattle could yeah. So no, I wouldn't go under. But I like Kirby to pitch well.
I just bet at Seattle. I put 0.77 on Seattle minus 155 and 0.25 on Seattle minus 1.5 at plus 146 on FanDuel.
Yeah, Mariners for me too. All right, I don't know if I actually bet it with the price, but I'm with you. I like the Mariners. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last game. I have System Plays never joined the chat though, so I do have hockey queued up, but I guess let's do it.
Let's talk some puck.
Let's talk some puck. Do you guys really want to talk puck? Or are you making a joke?
No, I don't know shit about puck. I need to go to bed.
All right. So let's do the community parlay and chip.
I'm so pissed at myself. I should have locked in that Cardinals line before we went live. It's cooked now. It was still available even when you said it was
play the Mets.
Toast. It was at minus 135. Now it's at minus 150 consensus.
I wasn't trying to be a dick about it either.
Fuck!
I just had when you said it, I was looking at it.
Oh, there he is!
Whoa!
There he is!
Holy cow!
Oh,
bring
System
the cat.
Plays is here?
If you're gonna bring the mullet, you got to bring the cat. So hurry up, go get him.
All right, let's just. Well, I already started the community parlay, so let's run the community parlay real quick first. Someone said System.
Is he 3 hours late?
No, he had texted me and said, "Can we do NHL last?" So
I'm kidding.
It's hard to estimate what time. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust me, I hate it.
Yeah.
Trying to put the kid to bed and trying to figure it out when we're gonna go live.
First leg of the community parlay is. So stick around if you want to hear hockey. We're going to go through the 4 NHL games right after the community parlay. And prop Beaver's underdog if he wants to do it. But he said he needs to go to sleep. So if you can bail now. You can bail now, dude. We're good.
Yeah, I'm out this hoe. Everybody have a great day. Best of luck with your bets.
He says,
Peace.
I'm out this hoe.
Oh, he really did leave. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you need to bounce, dude, I mean, I'll bring System Place on the screen while we do the community parlay. It's all right.
No, I ain't got nothing to do. My kids are sleeping. It's early in the morning in Alaska. Ain't nobody awake.
First leg of the community parlay is the Dodgers, even though I personally like the Blue Jays, and I think I'm betting that. Cubs, Red Sox, they like Cubs. Astros, Rockies, they like Astros in that weird-ass game. Royals, Tigers, they like Tigers. All right. Said he didn't know Toast lives in Alaska. Yeah, Toast lives right outside of Anchorage.
It's a party.
All right, Cubs. It's going to be Cubs. Dodgers money line, Cubs money line. We got Royals, Tigers. So then next up we got they like the Rays at that crazy price. But I mean, will they lose 2 in a row? I get it. Yankees, Braves, Phillies, Padres. They like Phillies. All right. Cast your votes. Jess asked if you have running water and power. Yeah, Anchorage is like a city. It's he doesn't like live amongst the Eskimos in the glacier.
We've got a mall. It's got a pool in it. It's got an ice rink in it. It's all kinds of stuff. Nordstrom's.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of neat things.
Bon Marché. We got it all.
It's System Plays knows all about it. He's in Canada.
Yeah. Yo, shout out Tim Hortons. Shout out Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Shout out Timmy's.
What is he from Canada?
Dude, Tim Hortons is like the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Tim Hortons sucks. I never go there. It's terrible.
Man, I'm gonna give it 5 more seconds. This is a close vote. Yankees and Phillies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. And the winner is Phillies. I didn't know it was a restaurant. When you first said it, I thought it was like a movie producer, like Tim Burton.
Yeah. It's just I know Tim Hortons just because in Brandon, Alberta, there ain't very much things, but there was a Tim Hortons. So
why did you go to Brandon, Alberta? Were you lost?
Playing hockey. And there is nothing to do there. You started getting into Brandon and Moose Jaw and all these places. It's just not fun.
All right, so what's the last leg, the community parlay here, folks? Cast your votes, and then we'll do some NHL. Over 1,200 people watching, only 40 likes. A lot of people are watching on their smart TVs, so there's no like button. That's the reason for that. Is because YouTube on the smart TV, it's like a pain in the ass to click the like. You got to like scroll with the remote. It's like it's as long as you're watching, cool with me. Yeah, I don't need you fumbling around with the remote to try to find the like button. Mariners is the last. Do you have the odds up by any chance, Toast?
Shit, no.
Someone in the comments want to shout the odds out, please?
Cubs. What's the other one? Cubs and what else?
Dodgers, Cubs, Phillies, Mariners.
Phillies, Mariners, 14 parlay. Plus 947.
Plus 947. Why is it such a... Dodgers. Yeah, I guess none of them are really big.
I was going to say, yeah, they're all super. Dodgers 138, 115 for the Cubs, 103 for the Phillies, 155 for the Mariners.
Community parlay, Dodgers, Cubs, Phillies, Mariners plus 947. All right. Let's talk some puck. Toast, have a good day, man.
Later, boys.
All right, so let's switch it over to 2 people. And then we got to switch our camera sizes, too. Because this looks crazy. So, do you believe in your, I almost said Jays. Do you believe in your Maple Leafs here?
Yeah, we'll get to that after this one. But
first is
this
Hurricanes.
one, like,
yep.
Yeah, I really got nothing here, honestly. Like, I mean, I guess I lean over. That's about it. Like, is Carolina minus 180, minus 190. Like, I think that they wrap the series up. They're up 3-0. But like minus 190, I don't want to mess around with anything at regulation. I guess lean to the over. That's about it. Maybe it loosens up a little bit because like
a lean over at 5.5.
Yeah, that's about it. You can move on to the next one.
All right, cool. Well, let's just see. Give them a second to vote, and I'll put it on the screen real quick. Lean over 5.5. What's the series there?
It's 3-0 Carolina.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it's like it's. I mean, the Islanders know like it's basically over. It's like I mean, Carolina, obviously, they just want to wrap it up in 4 games so they can be well rested for the next series. So it's not going to be like, oh yeah, they can just drop this one, and it's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, of course. So
Right.
but yeah, they just want to wrap this up and just get on to the next series, really.
Our poll, 63% said Carolina, just 16% Islanders. So, wow, a lot of people voted over. So it looks like a lot of the viewers agree with you with the over. All right, let's move on to the second one, which is Panthers Lightning in Tampa. What's this series?
3-0 Florida.
Oh, man, another one.
Yeah.
Do they sweep?
Yeah, I'm thinking they just finished this up here. I took the Panthers on the money line, and of course, I took the first period over. 23-7 last 30 Tampa Bay Lightning games. Last game we had the first period over. We got completely robbed. It was the Lightning scored with 14 seconds left in the period, but of course, here comes the offsides challenge. It was offsides, so the goal got taken back. We didn't cash. But yeah, I mean, I think I'd lean to the full game over too. But I'm just gonna stick with the Panthers on the money line here. I think it's just time we recognize that the Lightning's best days are way behind them. Florida's the way better team. They're the best road team in the NHL. They did win game 3 kind of convincingly, 5-3. So I think they just want to wrap this up and have extra rest time for the next series. So they're going to come out with their best game too. So I like Florida to just finish off the series here.
So it seems like when Tampa Bay blew the game 2 in Florida, that might have been the series. Just the hope drained from them because then they get their ass beat in game 3 at home.
Well, yeah, I mean, game 2 they didn't really blow it. They went down 2-0. Like they kind of came back.
I thought Tampa was the one that was up 3-0 and blew the lead. That was the Islanders.
Oh no, that was the Islanders. Yeah.
So I mixed the series up. So that was the Islanders that blew the 3-0 second period lead. My bad. Thought that was the Lightning.
Yeah. So this one, I took Toronto here. This is probably the most even series in the playoffs. It's been insanely close. Boston is up 2-1. It's just like a back and forth kind of series. Really close series. Nylander is expected to be back tonight for Toronto. I like the Leafs to bounce back. You know, they're going to make their adjustments after losing game 3. They still looked pretty good in game 3. It was a really hard hitting game. I think we were at after the second period, there was already 130 hits. It was crazy. But
I just realized I have the wrong name under you talking. My bad.
Yeah, I'm not crispy.
I have you right here. There we go. So you're backing your team here to even out the series 2-2. What time's this game on?
8 p.m.
Because this seems like one of the series that you need to watch, even if you're not a diehard hockey fan. It's all right. It's on TBS.
Yeah,
I'm down. I'm going to tail.
This should be another great game between these two. We don't know who's going to start for Boston tonight. Jim Montgomery, he's just keeping that a secret. We don't know who's going to be in goal.
What is it, injury?
He did that for games. No, it's not an injury. It's because the Bruins have 2 really good goalies, and he can just pick whoever he wants to start. So he just wants to keep that element of surprise. But I'd lean towards Swayman starting again, even though they've been doing this thing where they alternate back and forth between Swayman and Ullmark. I guess I'd lean towards him starting again because he's beaten the Leafs in every game so far this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if he went with Ullmark too. So they're both insanely good. I wouldn't put too much stock into the goalie. Their stats basically identical the whole season. Although Ullmark did start game 2 and the Bruins did lose that one, but I don't think it had anything to do with Ullmark. He still played really, really good. So yeah, I like the Leafs to even it up here.
This one seems even across the board. So it's 2-1. Toronto can win this one, even the series up. The poll is dead even as far as the viewers, 42% apiece. So this seems like the series to watch. If you're a casual NHL fan like I am, this would be one that you put on the TV because this seems like
this is the rivalry of all rivalries. So this is a great series. Yeah.
Yes. And okay, so this is a good one too, because this one. I thought that last Dallas Stars game, the attitude was this team is so disappointing and the season's a failure. Then I saw you in the Discord saying you're betting the Stars. So what has changed in the last 48 hours? Because I thought we were all fuck the Stars. Seriously, season's over. And now you're betting them.
Yeah, I feel like I just kind of said that in the heat of the moment. I'm like, yo, fuck this team. They've let me down twice already this series, man. But at the end of the day, once again, they had more scoring opportunities than the Knights in game 2 and game 1. Like, you just have to, like, this team really isn't this bad. They are a better team on paper than the Knights. They had, like I said, they had more scoring opportunities than the Knights. They still lost 3-1. You just have to believe, like, they're going to finally capitalize on their opportunities. Like, positive regression is going to happen for this team. I'm not going to say the series is over just because, I mean, it's not like this team is way better than, like, the Islanders or, like, the Capitals. Like, this is a really good hockey team. They're the 1 seed. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm taking the Stars here. I don't believe they're actually this bad. The analytics showed that they definitely could have won game 1 and game 2. So, like, this spot, like, okay, game 2, they really needed that. But this, like, if they don't win this, like, it's literally over. So, I am 0-2 betting the Stars this series, but this is just, like, the spot of all spots. And they've been a pretty good road team all season. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Dallas Stars here. I'm
going to tail this one because I agree. And I remember you had mentioned on a previous show that Vegas doesn't have the best home ice advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it was better this year. Like, they definitely were a better home team this year, but, like, last year they were, like, really good. Like, they were much better on the road. But yeah, I mean, Dallas is the play here.
Let's do it. I'm tailing. I'm on the Stars too. Add it to the list. All right. Thanks for joining. Thanks everyone for watching. Let's go enjoy our Saturdays. Remember to bet responsibly. I'm posting my MLB stuff on the website. Make sure you give System Plays a follow on Twitter. You can just find him tagged in my tweets because every day I tell you today's schedule and I tag him, but that's his Twitter name right there, the System Plays. So make sure you give him a follow. We appreciate taking the time. Everyone, have a good one. I'll be in the Discord. Give me like an hour. I need to get some lunch real quick, but I'll be in the Discord for the action today. Have a good one, guys.